Wow. So Jim Schwartz gave his letter of resignation to the Browns. Keep in mind, he's still got 2 years left on his contract. And people are saying, like, oh my God, he got screwed. Did he get screwed? Because I think Andrew Berry said all along, like, they was looking for a coach that's going to coach the offense. And most of the people that they brought in for the interviews, it was like Mike McDaniel, Grant Udinski, Nate Schillhouse, Todd Monken, all offensive minded. Where Schwartz felt like, oh, I'm going to get this job. I don't even know where that came from. Every coach they tried to bring in there was offensive minded because they got to fix the offense. The defense was fine. And I think that was the problem. I don't know if it was Andrew. I think it was Haslam. I think Haslam wanted to keep Schwartz and hire an offensive head coach. In theory, some teams have done it. They done it down in Atlanta. Like when Stefanski could take that job, they kept the defensive coordinator. And I think that's what Jimmy Haslam was trying to do, but it wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. And the Browns had to hire an offensive-minded coach because the defense is playing fine. But in today's NFL, this is not the old school Bears team of 1985, 1986. If you have a top 15 defense and a top 15 offense, that is way better than having a top 5 defense and a number 27 offense. I know that sounds crazy, but the best way you win these days is having a high-powered offense or a really good offense and a solid defense. Myles Garrett got the sack record, but what did that do? NFL honors. Myles Garrett is Defensive Player of the Year, and Carson Schwesinger was the Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. Where to get him? Where to get him? And you got Delpit as a safety. You got Denzel Ward. You got Mason Graham. Like they got a good. The defense is solid, but they had to fix that offense. They had to fix that offense. So okay. So what does this do now for Jim Schwartz? Clint Kubiak's supposed to be the head coach of the Raiders allegedly after the Super Bowl. They said he's looking for a head of defense, so to speak. So maybe he can get that gig if the Browns let him out of that contract. You still have the Cardinals job that's been filled by the one of the LaFleur brothers. He's looking for a defense coordinator as I'm making this video. So the Cardinals could be an option, but I think the Raiders are the top option. Well, let's say the Browns is like, dude, you're on the contract for 2 years. We're not letting you out. Then he can just go home and chill and get paid, which is cool, which is fine. And then maybe wait for next year because Vic Fangio decided to go back as defensive coordinator of the Eagles. But if they falter next year, or Vic Fangio, he might retire after next year, Schwartz might go over to Philadelphia. But then if Philadelphia crashes next year, then they might get rid of the whole staff. They might get rid of the coach and all that stuff. So I don't know. I think Jim Schwartz is playing a dangerous game right now because I don't know how the rest of the league likes this idea that even though he's still under contract, he's going to sit out. I know they don't like players who do that. They don't like players who sit out. And I wonder how they feel about defensive coordinators or offensive coordinators who do the same thing. Now, the Browns could let him out of his contract, or they can trade him if he wants to go to the Raiders and the Raiders want him. Because I don't think I've ever seen a coordinator get traded for picks. But if I'm Andrew Berry, it's okay. You can have him, and we see you get under this contract we got, but give us like a second-round pick or 2 second-round picks or a second or a third or a 2 and a 4 or 2 4s. Like it'll be very interesting to see if Andrew Berry can pull this off and get and trade a pick or picks for Jim Schwartz. Because then that's a whole different dynamic. We've seen coaches being traded, but we never seen like coordinators being traded. So this might be a whole new thing that happens. So what do you guys think? Do you think Jim Schwartz got screwed? I mean, he interviewed for the job, but he got to see like everybody he brought in everybody they brought in was all offensive coaches and him. So listen. We all interview for jobs that we wanted, and we got screwed over. It happens all the time. And it probably would be tough for him to be a lieutenant to Todd Monken after Todd got that job. But I think the thing is, I think Todd Monken would have been cool with him. Like, I think Todd would say, hey, man, I know you wanted this job, but the defense is yours, man. Do what you want with the defense. We'll talk from time to time, but you're the leader of that defense. I trust you. But it didn't work out that way. And I do think Todd Monken already got in mind who he wants. Either they go internally, which they'll probably keep the same scheme, or if they do go outside, they'll probably find some guy who can still run a 4-3 because we can't have Myles run a 3-4, and then we bring up Myles. Like, Myles is on the contract, and he got a big contract. And right now, Schwartz leaves, we'll see if Myles said he wants to trade. I don't think the Browns are going to trade him, but if he makes a big stink about it, which I don't think he will, but if he does, then Andrew Berry got to look at a Godfather deal where whoever got the highest bids, number 1 picks, number 2 picks, it might be a big deal if they trade Myles Garrett. So what do you guys think? Do you think Jim Schwartz is right? Do you think he's a big baby? Do you think he should stay home? Do you think he should go to the Raiders or the Cardinals? What should Myles Garrett do? As Cleveland Browns turns.